Hello and good evening. Quite unexpectedly, I welcome you not from the church, but from my sitting room. And I apologize for delay. I was called out to hospital and only back. So this is where it's from. Well, tonight we are meeting the last time. I have to say that it's now a bit sentimental because I had a good fun preparing and watching some of the films. And I hope that you're going to be kind of fishing for really good movies or really good smovies that you can enjoy as the whole family. And because today we celebrate Corpus Christi, this theme was quite inspirational for me. And maybe I won't be presenting you the films with the biggest number of stars, but really good stories. Both of the films are comedy dramas. The first one is called Miracle of Marcelino. Basically, it's a Spanish film made in 1955, but it's been remade in so many countries in so many times. So you probably just need to look for a really good version. Any of these films is probably good for children over 6 to watch. Depends on which version you go for. Just read the review. Basically, this is the story of the orphan boy called Marcelino, who is being brought up in the monastery, and um, he's kind of a mischievous boy looking for adventure. So he's literally everywhere, but the monks simply adore him. And one day, Marcellino somehow gets in front of the crucifix that seems to be talking to him. And the relationship between a little boy and Jesus is quite serious. And when Marcellino, recognizing the real presence in the crucifix of Jesus, he brings him food and drink. Jesus says to him that he can ask for whatever he wants. And as an orphan boy, he asks that he might see his mother. I won't be telling you any more about this film. It's quite moving, not just for children. It's actually quite good for anyone to watch. Especially what we can learn from this film is simplicity of faith. I can remember watching it many times when I was a young boy, and I didn't really understand what the relationship with God was, but I simply liked the jokes that Marcelino was doing to the monks. So um, you would need to do a bit of a research for a really good version and up-to-date version, but I really recommend this story. And the second story is a film from my own home country. It's called The Edges of the Lord. I have to say that when the film was first issued, I didn't know really what to make out of it because the film is done in English with some actors like William Dafoe, who is a priest in that film. But the action is in occupied Poland. So basically, a young Jewish boy hidden in the Christian family, and along with other group of children from the village in the preparation for Holy Communion. And it's very interesting to see the life of the people at this time, the context of the war, the innocence that is not really an innocence of the children, and each one of them is getting ready for meeting the Lord in Holy Communion. But none of the story is really straight away. So this film, I would say, I didn't actually find the age recommendation, but I would say that it's probably well for teenagers like 14 years old. It might be too serious and sort of not easy to take for younger people. So really, again, find a good review or read the one that I provided for you. A really interesting film. It's again a comedy drama. In both of these films, if you're quite emotional, you can cry. So I'm just giving you a bit of a warning. But yeah, really uh, good films, worth watching. Now, I'm not asking for any recommendations for the films because I'm not going to do it anymore. I want to say simply that I'm really grateful for anyone who was watching this series and giving me tips about the films and encouraging me to do these videos. So I'm really hoping that you enjoyed Sunday evenings and you might continue in that way in the weeks to come, whatever the situation is going to be. I think that from time to time we need a moment to relax. So all the best to the all the kinomaniacs, and I hope that tonight you're going to have a really good evening. Bye bye and God bless.